DJ Star.
I take you out like a dinner date. Fuck boy, you been a fake, you been afraid of my niggas, man. Anyway, my niggas straight, so that mean my business straight, my bitches straight. Benji Banks, your bitches stay on my Twitter page. Beef, I'm about the shit, I ain't with no squashing shit.
All right. Well, welcome back to HS Sports football picks. We got I'm gonna let Zoe introduce it, but we got our first special guest on. So, Zoe, I'm gonna kick it to you.
Man, what's up, HS Sports, man? I got my dog with me. I met her through our mutual friend or Big Rob, aka Burger. Come to find out she went to Mississippi Valley State. They came down to the G, that good old grad school, you know what I'm saying? It's my trigger finger, man. We bonded ever since we met. And since then, we just been rocking and rolling. It's my girl, Monica.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here. And like he said, he's my trigger finger. And we've been rocking since, 2008?
Yeah, we've been rocking.
All right, Michael, welcome to HS Sports. I don't know how much Zoe tell you, but on here, we keep it real simple. We talk about the SWAC and NFL. And depending on how this thing grow, we'll make it bigger. But right now, we're just dealing with the SWAC and the NFL. And let me ask you a question, because a lot of people going to want to know, how much do you know about football?
Well,
brace yourself.
I'm a former sports information director I worked at Grambling, I worked at Tuskegee, as well as Mississippi Valley State University. I've been a Dallas Cowboys fan since I was like 6 or 7 years old. And, I've been been around football all my life. My brothers play football. So, I'm not just saying, hey, look at the man out there running around on the field. What is the quarterback doing? Like, I know football.
Okay.
Yes, Lord.
All right. Well, this is what we're going to do. We're going to review our picks last week, and I want to know your picks as well. So, Zoe, you ready for this? Because it was a rough one.
It was very rough.
So, let me do this. Let me go here.
I sent Zoe my picks from last week, so he'll know that I'm not going to be cheating.
Oh, well, before we do that then, before I even do that, what was your picks on the games? Let's go through it and so I can walk you down. So we got Alabama State versus Bethune.
Did I do the SWAC? I did do the SWAC. Alabama State versus Bethune. I picked Cookman.
Alabama A&M versus Tuskegee.
A&M.
PV versus Graham. Yeah.
I'm Graham fam. I picked Graham.
Okay. Valley versus Southern.
I graduated from Valley, but I picked Southern.
Alcorn versus UAPB in a close one Thursday.
I picked Alcorn.
Rice versus Texas Southern.
Rice.
Jackson State versus Delta State.
Jackson State.
All right, let's go to the end.
Did you go undefeated?
We about to see. We about to see. We about to see. Hold on, let me do this right. So let's go back to the NFL. So Chiefs versus Chargers.
Chiefs.
Rams versus the Buccaneers.
Micah.
You said Rams versus the Buccaneers. I picked the Rams.
Titans versus Colts.
Titans.
Dolphins versus the Raiders.
Raiders.
Jets versus the Broncos.
Broncos.
Saints versus the Patriots.
Patriots.
The Jaguars versus the Cardinals.
I picked the Cardinals.
Giants versus the Falcons.
Giants.
Bill versus the Washington team.
Washington. Hold on. You said who was playing them?
The Bills. Buffalo Bills.
Those.
Packers versus Niners.
Packers versus Niners. I picked the Niners.
Texans versus the Panthers.
The Panthers.
Seahawks versus Vikings.
Vikings.
Bengals versus Pittsburgh.
Bengals.
Cleveland versus the Bears.
Browns.
Ravens versus the Lions.
Ravens.
And our Monday night game, Eagles versus the Cowboys, which you say you're a Cowboy fan, so I know you picked them, so we ain't finna go there. So let's go. So let's go to these picks. Let's see what we got. Go ahead. Boom. And there we go. And boom. All right. So last week, Alabama State versus Bethune. Zoe picked Bethune. I picked Bama State. We both picked Alabama and AMU. Excuse me. We both picked Graham over PV. We lost. We both picked Southern over Valley. We both picked Alcorn over UAPB. Rice over Texas Southern. Jackson State versus Delta State, which both left us 6-1. I think she went 5-2, if I'm correct.
Let's see.
Because I think you picked Bethune too.
I did pick Cookman.
Wait a minute, hold on, I did that wrong.
Yeah.
So you went 6, you went 5-2.
5-2, yeah. I got 5-2.
Let me make that correction.
Yeah.
Which means that is
14-2.
Uh-oh. Cut up.
So that leaves Zoe is now 14-2 on the season in the SWAC. I am 11-5. So write yours down, keep them up. Matter of fact, make sure I get yours so we can keep up with yours too. If you're gonna be recurring on this one a lot, so we can put you in there. All right, going to the NFL. Let's do this. Hold on, doing too much. All right. Chiefs versus Chargers. We both picked the Chiefs. That was Tampa Bay versus the Rams. Zoe picked Tampa. I had the Rams. We both picked the Titans. Zoe picked the Raiders. I picked the Dolphins. We both picked the Broncos. Both picked the Patriots. I hate that. Cardinals versus Jacksonville. We should have won that game. We lost to the Cardinals. I'm a big Jaguar fan, if you can't see behind me.
Okay.
Game changer. Zoe picked the Giants. I picked the Falcons. We both picked the Bills. Game changer. Zoe picked the Niners. Went with Pat on this one, huh? I picked the Packers. We both picked Dallas. We both picked the Panthers. We both picked the Seahawks. Lost. We both picked Pittsburgh. Lost. We both picked the Ravens. Both picked Cleveland.
Wait.
You see it.
Sierra.
He picked the Seahawks. He picked Sierra.
You see it. You see it. You see it. Don't act like I don't see that right now.
I double right. I picked the Vikings.
Man, I love it. Man.
You picked the Vikings?
I did.
Okay. All right. Keep the numbers. Yeah, I picked Sierra. So that left Zoe 9-7. I went 10-7, 20 current record, 21-12. I'm 23-11.
He got me on one game. Okay.
So I was our picks last week. So are we ready for picks this week?
Breaking news. Can we do breaking news real quick?
Go ahead.
In the SWAC, man, there's 3 major changes, all at quarterback, and it's all on the West. Southern, Texas Southern, and Grand Fam. 3 new starting quarterbacks this week.
I hope so.
Well, speaking as I speak on Graham Fam, but we need to do something.
Wow.
Because what we've been doing ain't been working.
Wow.
Yeah,
and
I want to say like maybe the first minute of that game was competitive. After that, it was all PV.
Yeah.
It was all PV.
Just purple. Wasn't no gold nowhere. Purple, black and gold nowhere.
So, all right, let's get into these picks for the week. First game up is this Thursday. Arkansas Pine Bluff at Prairie View. Mo, who you going with?
You said UAPB is at Prairie View?
At Prairie View this Thursday.
Thursday night.
Pick UAPB.
That's an upset pick. I just want to point that out.
I understand.
No.
But Pine Bluff played really well against Alcorn. Had they continued to do what they did in the first half, they would have put that game away. But they let Alcorn get back in there. Everybody knows you can't let Alcorn get a foot in the game.
Like they flipped. Like what Alcorn was doing the first half, UAPB did in the second half. That was crazy. All them penalties and stuff.
Okay, so we got UAPB Zoe.
I got UAPB.
I'm gonna take PV just to be the odd man in the group.
Yeah.
All right. Bethune versus South Carolina State.
I picked South Carolina State.
Zoe?
Bethune started out strong, but nope. South Carolina State.
Yeah, I'm going with South Carolina State. I told you they pissed me off when they played Alabama A&M. So they should have beat.
Yeah.
All right. North American at Texas Southern. I don't even know where this school at.
Exactly.
Who knows me? I research everything. So I clicked on their website. I'm like, who in the hell is this team?
Yeah, I don't know who North American
are they? And I looked on their football schedule and they had like a community college that they had played or something like that for their homecoming. So I figured that was one of those fluff wins. So I picked Texas Southern.
So
same thing. I didn't know who they were, so I was like, I guess I'm going to Texas Southern.
Texas Southern across the board. All right. North Carolina Central versus Valley.
It's homecoming at the Valley. Valley did compete with Southern this past weekend.
Or more than Grambling did.
I'm going to go Mississippi Valley. It's homecoming.
So?
I'm sorry. I got them in the dog fight. North Carolina Central. It's going to be a shootout.
I'm going with North Carolina Central, and I'm mad North Carolina Central would pick Valley out of all schools in the SWAC to play first. I wish they would have picked somebody else, but I'm going with North Carolina Central.
Well, they play Alcorn in the MEAC SWAC challenge,
that's different. That's they picked that. This game right here, y'all called each other in schedule.
Yeah.
But this one, the only reason I went Valley, one is because I'm a Valley grad and it's homecoming. I just feel like Valley was able to compete this past weekend with Southern, and that may not be a very big compliment, but it shows that they do have potential to play. So I'm going to have faith and possibly drop it, but I'm going to go Valley.
Well, I give Valley credit. They always compete.
Yeah.
Never win.
They can't close it. It's like playing. You got to be a closer.
Like, I'm yeah. Anyways, all right. Alabama State at FAMU.
I picked FAM.
So?
That's why you my trigger finger. I picked FAMU too. You just don't know which Alabama State gonna show up.
Right, you don't.
I'm going with Alabama State just for the pure fact it's FAMU and I am in Florida and I am picking against them in a lot of situations. So I'm gonna go with Alabama State. So, all right, last one. This one I hope Graham could pull this off because I want to talk so much trash to Alabama A&M because they really think they won the SWAC and really the best team in the SWAC during the spring season. So Alabama A&M versus Grambling State. Who you going with, Mo?
I picked Alabama A&M. That was a hard decision, but based upon the State Fair Classic, I had to go A&M.
So?
I'm wishing Noah all the best success in the world. And I don't mind taking this L, but I think you got the number one quarterback in the SWAC coming in. That's Glass. So I gotta go with Alabama A&M.
I'm rolling with Graham, and I just need to. If they don't win no games, just beat Alabama A&M Soccer Talk Trash on the internet.
I want them to so bad. I need them to.
I mean, I want them to beat the brakes off of A&M.
Yeah.
They ain't got to beat the brakes off. I'm talking about maybe like 3-2. Like a field goal, we get them for a safety.
We get them out of there.
A win is a win.
Yes, Lord. And we need one.
In history.
We need the spirit of Eddie Robinson to come through one more good time. One more season.
Eddie Rob, bring Mrs. Robinson, bring Junior.
Man, just their spirit, just flow over these. You know what got me though? All of Grambling home games is against maroon and white teams. Alabama A&M, Bethune, and Texas Southern.
Okay.
They only got 3 home games.
That's it. You know how Grambling roll 3 home games.
They travel a lot.
But next year will be different. It'll flip.
Hopefully.
It usually is.
Yeah.
It'll flip.
All right, so recap of the SWAT games. UAPB versus Prairie View. Mo and Zoe got UAPB. I got PV. Bethune versus South Carolina State. I forgot who you picked, Mo. You picked South Carolina State or Bethune?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Mo picked South Carolina State. Zoe picked, I think we all picked South Carolina State for this one.
Yeah.
All right. North American versus Texas Southern. We all picked Texas Southern. North Carolina Central versus Mississippi Valley. Mo picked Valley. Me and Zoe picked North Carolina Central. Alabama State versus FAM. Mo and Zoe got FAM. I got Alabama State. And then Alabama A&M versus Grambling. I'm the only Lone Ranger who picked the alma mater.
Wait, don't do it like that.
Yeah, we love Grambling, but we got to keep it real. We got to keep it real.
I mean, ain't no money on the line if your pick is wrong, but I get it. You want to be correct. Make it to Vegas. This is a starting point, so I get it. I
might say you got to think about it. I picked Grambling over Prairie View last week. Look how that worked out for me.
I mean, hopefully just 3-2. 3-2. We get the win. Listen, 3-2. And look, I'm telling you right now, if Grambling wins 3-2, I literally, whatever games we pick for the rest of the season, I won this thing.
If Grambling win this weekend, I'll do the next show shirtless.
We got that on camera and we recording.
I'm letting it all hang out.
Bet. I'm
letting it hang out.
Got it. All right. Moving to the NFL. Let's get it going and popping. All right, here we go. First game first is this Thursday. Thursday night game. It is my Jaguars versus the Bengals. Y'all already know who I'm picking. So, who is y'all picking?
Florida, I love you.
I know. Go ahead and say it.
I had to do a coin flip.
Go ahead and say it.
I got Sissy. Just because I got Joe Burrow as my backup quarterback on fantasy.
Go ahead. Mo.
I picked the Bengals.
Yeah, I know.
But see, it's a couple of these matchups that I was just like, it could go literally
Anyway, yeah.
I'm saying, Trevor Lawrence don't throw that pick at the end of the third quarter, and that boy take it back for touchdown. Jaguars win that game, and we missed 2 field goals because of Josh Lambo. But I get it. You got to make the right pick. So we're gonna keep.
Hey, we could be 3-0. If our kicker make our 7 points.
You know.
Here we go. All right, next game up: Titans versus the Jets. I think we all know who everybody picking, so we'll keep it moving.
Take it to Tennessee.
All right.
I'm taking the Jets now. Just like
Man, please. Here we go. Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. The Lions are 0-3. The Bears are 1-2. Just came off of 9 sacks last week with Justin Fields. Who are you picking?
It's gonna seem really jacked up, but I picked the Lions.
Mo with the Lions.
Whoa, okay.
Because even though they're going in 0-3, their losses haven't been terrible.
Yeah.
They have been.
My Jaguars. Our losses haven't been terrible either. But go ahead. I'll let you continue. I'll let you continue. I know. I'm just venting right now. Excuse me.
I got Chicago.
The Bears.
Yeah, I got the Bears.
I'm going with the Bears too.
Okay.
Colts versus the Dolphins.
Colts, Dolphins. I picked the Dolphins.
What?
I'm a Bama fan, so.
Oh, your boy ain't do Colts. Colts.
I'm
Man,
going. I'm
none
going
either.
with, I'm going with the Dolphins because it's just a division. It's because of the Colts. They're in our division. I need them to lose. That way, if they go 1-3 and we win Thursday, we'll be tied for. Actually, we'll be tied. It'll be a three-way tie at the bottom because the only team really in the winning is the Titans. So I'm going with the Dolphins. What you about to say, Mo? You about to say something?
I was like, I mean, the Colts haven't really been doing anything either. So, I mean,
Yeah.
So
what they like some fans up or something? I don't know. It sound like a shark.
it is what it is. All right. Cleveland Browns versus the Minnesota Vikings.
I got the Browns. I got Cleveland.
On my piece of paper.
I'm going with the Browns too. Who you got, Mo?
Which game we talking about? Cleveland versus the Vikings?
Yep.
Yeah.
I picked the Vikings.
Mo with these wild card picks.
Right.
Talk about me. But this past week in my NFL picks group, I won the pool.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. We shall see. All right. The Washington football team versus the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with my Falcons right now because they're on a winning streak.
I need our divisional team, the football team, to pull through. We got to look strong right now. If we keep losing, our division gonna look bad. So I gotta go with the division team.
The team.
I am unconcerned with the rest of the division looking bad. I went with the Falcons because I want them to lose. The more they lose, the better.
All right. Texans versus the Bills. I'm going with the Bills.
I think everybody went with the Bills.
All right. Across the board.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Chiefs versus Eagles. Bounce back game for both.
I'm going Chiefs.
Going with the Chiefs. Take the wings off again.
All right. That's a three-way tie down the middle. Chiefs. Panthers. I don't even know why I'm asking this question, but Panthers versus the Cowboys.
Dallas.
If y'all both picking the Cowboys, I'm picking the Panthers.
Oh, you might well pick the Panthers.
You might well
I'm going with the boys.
Dallas.
Just the fact that y'all picking against my Jaguars, so it's all good.
It's gonna be a dog fight though. I'll tell you that it's gonna be a dog fight this weekend.
But I'm excited about it though, because I think that Dallas has been playing really well. The offense, the ball effectively. So I'm proud of them. Like they doing good so far.
Okay, let me ask you that question because I always give Zoe this time because to talk about the Cowboys. Did y'all really expect to put up 41 on the Eagles?
Not win by 20. Nah, honestly, no. That was hype.
In the NFL Pick'em League that I was in, it's through like CBS or something like that. But the Monday night game, you get to pick how many points you think the two teams are going to combine for. I picked 42 because I said Dallas was going to win like.
God damn, what the hell is Mo on? Jesus.
20-something to like them having like 14 or something like that.
I'm really just waiting to get this over to see how these picks turn out. I just want to see what is Mo right.
Hey, we study this, AJ. This is our field. This is what we do.
All right. Here we go. Seahawks versus the 49ers. Pat is watching, Zoe. Pat is watching.
What you had on your other Sierra?
Yeah.
I'm going
with Sierra.
we all going with Sierra.
Sierra. Mm-hmm.
Sierra down the board. That's what I like to hear.
Boy, Pat gonna hate us this weekend.
Yeah, whatever. We're going with Sierra. All right. Cardinals versus the Rams. This is gonna be, I guess, another heavyweight fight like last week with the Rams and the Buccaneers. But who you rolling with?
It's a ram in the bush. I went with the Rams instead of the Cardinals.
The Rams strong, man. I gotta go with the Rams. They got a solid team.
And we three-way down, Rams all the way. Steelers versus the Packers.
I went with the Packers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Going with the Green Bay.
Packers 3-way down. All right. Ravens versus the Broncos. The Broncos are 3-0. I just want to point that out.
I mean, I understand that. In my picks thus far this season, even though this is my first one, I've went with the Ravens. They haven't disappointed me yet, so I'm going with the Ravens.
So,
I got Broncos. It's just that home atmosphere. I think that's gonna play the difference this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Until the kicker kicks yards.
I got the Ravens too. I got the Ravens too. All right.
It's kicking over half the field.
All right, here we go. Battle for first in the AFC West. The Las Vegas Raiders versus the Los Angeles Chargers.
This was one of my funny ones that I was like, I really don't know, but I went with the Raiders.
Oh, with the Raiders.
Yeah, I got the Raiders with the upset at the house. If they get the ball in the last possession, I got the Raiders.
I'm taking the Chargers because I just think the Raiders are not for real yet.
Yeah, but
I mean, they 3-0. I get it.
I was a little leery of that one though, because the Chargers, they've been playing hard. So
yeah.
All right. Sunday night game. Tom Brady goes back to New England. Who y'all got?
Originally, I thought Patriots. But then, in thinking about is Tom Brady playing his former team and his former coach, I had to go Tampa Bay because I think he has a chip on his shoulder.
More with Tampa. So?
I like how she breaks stuff down. But yeah, it's gonna be a high intensity game. But I just think, even though Gronk may not play, I still think Tampa Bay just a little bit too overpowerful for outmatched for New England.
Gotcha. In the last game, that I'm gonna start saving for the end, because as the number one hater of this franchise, I'll start saving it because I always go against them. I will always go against them. The New Orleans Saints versus the New York Giants. And yes, I'm picking the Giants. I'm picking the Giants. I got my eyes closed. I got a lucky rabbit foot.
You got to borrow some voodoo from New Orleans, man.
I got all that.
But they got chicken feet.
Chicken feet, that too. I'm gonna be standing on a pot with my left leg, holding the clock in my right hand. I don't know what that do, but I'm gonna need all the luck I can get for this
all
game.
of that, you're gonna take the dude.
Mo picking the Saints.
But you missing one key factor. This the home opener for New Orleans. When they open up that dome, it's gonna be crazy.
Like a hurricane to come down through there. The roof being on fire.
Right.
Like, at this point, they've had to play elsewhere, so they're coming home to New Orleans, and they hosting the Giants. It's the Giants, New Orleans.
I mean, I just think somebody gonna get some good gumbo. Be like, you know what, man? I just feel the energy. Like, we're gonna win this game. Daniel Jones gonna prove why he was a 8th pick or 7th pick. He gonna go out there and ball, and the defense gonna look like they did when they was playing Jim Jones balling, Michael Strahan, all them. I'm gonna be praying. But I'm not picking the Saints.
And shaking your.
Unless it's $10 million on the line, I am not picking the Saints.
I picked the Saints the first week, and somebody told me, it was like, Monica, that's not a very good pick. And I was like, New Orleans is going to win. They told me that with the quarterback situation and everything, New Orleans didn't have a snowball's chance in hell. But last week I went against the babies, and look what happened.
No, I tell you what, I give credit to Sean Payton because he knew to win that football game, I cannot have Jameis Winston throwing all these passes. And he put in Tannehill, and them runs, it kind of crippled the Patriots. Because I'm telling you, after that game, no other team that the Saints play with will just game plan for one quarterback. You got a game plan for two.
I do have a question. I can't remember it. Maybe you guys, like, if I describe the situation. The guy who went out there, he's quarterback. I can't remember which team this was, but he completed maybe like 3 or 6 of 20 or something like that pass attempts for like 67 yards, but he kept getting sacked. So he lost like 66 yards. So they had like 1 yard passing this past weekend.
Oh, you mean Justin Fields?
Yeah, that was Chicago. Yeah.
Who picked Chicago to win?
Me. I got them this week. Yeah.
I mean, but they playing
Detroit.
Detroit.
But Detroit ain't been a pushover team though.
They ain't won either.
I mean, but when you got holes in your offense and your quarterback can't do nothing.
Right. Yeah. I'm still gonna stick with Chicago though.
I mean, I like that in you though. I mean, I'm gonna take that dub off of you, but I like your spirit.
Well, I'm still picking the Giants. So Zoe, Zoe is on you. Who you picking?
I got the Saints.
Yeah, I can't want nobody.
Man, it's a home opener. You got to roll with them.
This a home over. Whatever.
Exactly. Why do you hate the Saints?
Because I had to. First of all, I had to hear all this while I was at Graham, and then all Saints fans acting like the Saints being good. Let's not forget, Saints fans started the trash bag over the face.
Yeah,
Right.
the bag.
Mm-hmm.
The bag.
So all Saints fans are like, boy, no, y'all haven't. I understand it. Let me tell you something. The best thing I ever did was come to Grambling State University when the Saints won the Super Bowl. That was the best decision I ever made. But golly, don't act like y'all just been winning Super Bowls all the time. It was number one. It was number one.
Uno.
And if it wasn't for Sean Payton eating some juicy fruit and decided to go for an onside kick and Tracy Porter intercepting Peyton Manning, y'all was finna lose that game. But y'all won it. I do.
I mean, it's Peyton Manning.
The Grambling was live that day. Everybody was on the yard. We kicked it. We had fun. I was right there with it, celebrate, act like I was going for this. Who that? I said it all. But after that, y'all ain't been for this will be. I already said it. This gonna be year 4 where the Saints are gonna lose off of something. No, it is this will be 5 because they lost to Minnesota last year. Before that, it was okay. So it was Minnesota. No, this one before. So it's Minnesota, the Rams, then Minnesota again. So this gonna be 4. They're gonna get bounced out.
Now, I hate to bring up history or old things. And I hate when people be like, man, if they wouldn't did this, we would have, did this and we would have won. I mean, prime example, when Dallas, when they said it wasn't a catch and they clearly called it. But whatever. I'm a firm believer that if my offensive unit does what it needs to do, it shouldn't come down to that one blown call. That's my opinion. But we all know that the Saints got robbed a couple years back.
Oh, no doubt. We all saw that. We all saw it. Like, I don't know what vendetta the NFL had against the Saints, but they said, hey, bro, they was like Trump, before there was MAGA, it was that call. Them boys turned their head on that call.
Like we ain't giving up.
The ball wasn't even okay, so literally, this was the Saints. This was the Rams player. The football wasn't even near the Rams player head yet, and he already hit the board.
They were Ray Charles. I didn't see it. What you talking about?
Everybody, the Rams, like, oh man, we finna get a flag, and was like, hold up, they ain't throwing that. Even if you go back, hold on, let me play the video. Let me play the boy who committed it thought he was wrong, and then the way he celebrated. Hold on, let me go back to the video. Oh man, you gotta
interview that he got away with that call. Everybody knows.
Bro, let me find. Hold on, let me find that video. Cause he was so he was like, damn, I just cost us the game. And he looked, I was like, damn, we finna win this. And he literally started high stepping like and then he did this to it while he was running. Hold on, let me find it. Oh, go. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Hold on, where they show it because they only showed the replay. Okay.
I mean, he act like that man already had possession of the ball when he clocked him.
Oh man, they want to let it play all the way through. Let it play all the way through. Oh, here we go. I got it. There we go. Time out. All right. Got it. Think I ain't got it. Yeah. Because he was like, damn, boy, I just cost the game for us.
Here we go.
Where we at? All right, here we go.
Quick snap. Breeze.
Watch him. Pay attention. He like, damn.
Incomplete, no flag.
Now look.
For Tommy Lee Lewis.
Yeah, baby, you see what I did? You see what I did? Knowing he was dead wrong.
Talk to each other. Crowd's going crazy as there's no flag right on the same sideline.
Well, if Nickel Roby-Coleman plays the ball, it's an interception. It's probably going the other way with it. I mean, the ball's on the other side of Roby-Coleman. And
hold on, go back to it.
That should have been
Look at him. Like, damn.
No flag.
Oh, no flag?
Tommy Lee Lewis.
Yeah, boy, you saw what I did. You saw what I did.
Coleman delivered a hit. And the two officials.
I would never forget that.
So
hey, you never forget that one. I'll never forget the game against the Vikings. And the boy, all he had to do was just tackle the boy. And he tried to clip him while he was in the air. Missed him, and the boy ran it for a touchdown. The last second.
Yeah.
But my family kills me. They get mad at me for being from Louisiana, from North Louisiana. Oh, you not a Saints fan? No, they were showing the Cowboys. And then all of a sudden the year they started winning. Who that? Y'all ain't never talked about who that before then.
I might say technically, if you're speaking on being like in North Louisiana, like Grambling area, if you want to be realistic,
everything from Grambling to Shreveport to me is Dallas.
Like, if you traveling from Grambling to Dallas, it's closer than me going from Grambling to New Orleans. It's a straight shot.
To me, everything from Grambling to Shreveport, even Natchitoches, whatever you want to call it.
Nacogdoches?
Yep, there you go. All that to me is Cowboys. I give a little bit of the Cowboys, a little bit of Saints to Monroe, but only reason why because it's a straight shot on 55, not 55, to Jackson, 55 down to New Orleans. So,
yeah.
So anyway, but recap on these picks. Here we go. Cincinnati versus the Bengals. Zoe and Mo picked the Bengals. I got my Jaguars. Let me go back. Hold on. I gotta go do this because I don't wrote down who we picked. Titans versus the Jets. We all got the Titans. Bears versus the Lions. Me and Zoe got the Bears. Mo got the Lions. Colts versus the Dolphins. Zoe got the Colts. Me and Mo got the Dolphins. Cleveland versus the Vikings. Me and Zoe got Cleveland. Mo got the Minnesota Vikings. The Washington football team versus the Falcons. Zoe going with the team. Me and Mo going with the Falcons. Who did the Bills play? Bills versus the Texans. We all picked the Bills. Chiefs versus the Eagles. We all picked the Chiefs. Dallas versus the Panthers. Zoe and Mo got the Cowboys. I got the Panthers. Seahawks versus the 49ers. We all going with Sierra. Rams versus the Cardinals. We all going with the Rams. Packers versus the Steelers. We all going with the Packers. Denver versus the Ravens. Zoe got Denver. Me and Mo got the Ravens. Raiders versus the Chargers. Zoe and Mo got the Raiders. I got the Chargers. Tampa Bay versus the Patriots. We all got the Tampa Bay. And the Saints versus the Giants in their home opener, first game in the Dome this season. Zoe and Mo got the Saints. I got the Giants. That's our picks. Zoe, your wild card pick from last week. Who did you pick in college?
I didn't even write it down.
You picked SMU versus
TCU. Yeah.
TCU. Who won that game?
SMU did.
And then I picked North Carolina State versus Clemson.
Mm-hmm.
Who won that game?
Not Clemson.
Come on now. So with that being said, Mo, what is you? I'm gonna give you a chance to go look at it. Your wild card college pick game of the week. Who are you picking?
I got you, Mo. I got Georgia and Arkansas. Ooh, it's about to be on.
Who you picking?
I can't sleep on the Hogs, but I think Georgia got just a tad bit, just a tad. Like
that's not a wild card. That's not a good wild card game.
That's an upset. If me personally, I think that Pig Suey and Sushi and whatever the name of that team is, Arkansas can beat Georgia because they really, really competed. This
but
past
when the last time we ever said Arkansas can beat somebody?
I mean, that's a really great point.
Yeah.
you named a matchup, but I'm thinking you're gonna pick Arkansas and you pick Georgia.
I said tad bit muscle see your fate. They just that much a little bit better.
I'm gonna go with Arkansas. I mean, because we already know Bama gonna win theirs. It's gonna be a dog fight, but Bama gonna prevail.
So who you picking? I'm trying to find a good one.
I'm gonna rock with Georgia.
Okay. I'm gonna pick the same wild card game from last week, but this time I'm gonna pick Boston College over Clemson.
I can see it happening.
That's gonna be my wild card pick of the week. Boston College over Clemson.
Okay, so if that happens, right?
Mm-hmm.
We need to discuss: is Clemson's reign? Is it done?
Oh yeah, it's done. It's done.
No doubt.
Clemson is not even gonna make it to the ACC championship game.
That's kind of disappointing.
And the crazy part about it is Clemson, Florida State, Miami. We all know not gonna make it. The ACC championship game is going to be the most boring championship game this season.
They got upset by Jacksonville State one weekend.
Yeah, that was Florida State.
Okay, and then they get upset by Wake Forest the following week.
I think so. Yeah,
I think so.
They lost to Jacksonville State, and then the next week they lost to Wake Forest.
Yeah, they 0-3. I could cut it up dry and simple. So I'm already saying the ACC championship game is going to be the most boring championship game this season.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to watch that.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, if it come down to it, I think it's going to be 3 teams and maybe the Pac-10 or Big Ten in the college playoff. Oh, yeah, because I think Oklahoma going to slip up too.
Oklahoma has been playing anytime your crowd starts chanting that they want the true freshman quarterback after your starting quarterback throws a pick, it's changes that need to take place in your on your team. That happened at Oklahoma. So did you see that clip?
Yeah, I saw the clip. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It amused.
Yeah. Okay, last question and we'll be done for the night. Right now, if the college football playoffs had to start, who's your top 4 team?
Well, number 1 is the University of Alabama. I haven't really been following a lot of people, to be honest, besides Bama. I usually wait further into the season to start looking at the other people. I know somebody that was an Ohio State fan was talking about his team. But I couldn't understand what his team is doing right now.
Let me give you the top 4. It's Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Penn State.
I was going to say Oregon.
Yeah.
And Georgia, of course. Penn State, I hadn't thought about them.
No. Why is that big? It might be 3 SEC teams and a Big Ten, or a Pac-10.
What would be school?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It'll be either. So in my head, I'm already thinking whoever wins between Georgia and Florida is going to the SEC championship game. Only thing, if Florida loses to Georgia, they're out because they'll have 2 losses. But if Florida beat Georgia, I can see Georgia sneaking back in. But if Florida out, then I would go with Arkansas.
I don't see room.
No, I take that back. It might be a Big Ten pick because if Arkansas, it depends on if Arkansas win this week. But if Arkansas lose, I think everybody's going to have them losing to Bama, and that just give them 2 losses.
Yeah, this is going to see if Arkansas is a real team or not, a real contender.
Oh, this weekend, how do you line up against Georgia? How are you what are you doing? Texas A&M, I mean, it's Texas A&M. They haven't just been the strongest. Like with Florida actually competed. If I'm gonna be honest with you, had that game been longer, had Florida been able to have a little bit more time, we would be having a different conversation. I don't think, and I'm a diehard Bama fan, but we were nervous. We were really, really nervous during that game because
I don't know about nervous because in the first quarter y'all was dominating. First half, let me take that back. To me, that game, Florida didn't know who, and I'm a Gator fan. Florida was going against Alabama, and Florida didn't know who they were. And I think them getting punched in the mouth and coming out that second half, they're like, oh, this is who we are. That's why I say if they beat Georgia, they'll beat Alabama and Atlanta. And on top of that, I think they're going to win the SEC and they'll make the playoff. If they lose, I mean, they going to the Sugar Bowl.
I think that Florida will beat Georgia.
I'm with you. I'm with you, Mo. Now, I don't know about some of these other picks, but I'm with you.
I mean, it is what it is, It's a toss-up. But I think that between Florida and Georgia, I just think Florida, the way they played us in that second half, if they continue to maintain that presence and that pressure that they applied this second half, they'll do fine. But they got to maintain and play all 4 quarters.
Gotcha. Mo, I'm going to be honest with you. This has been awesome talking sports. I don't know what you're doing next week, but I'm already sending you the invite. You got to get back on next week.
All right, I'm in there.
You got to get back on. It's not that you're a woman, just that when you talking to some, it's like when a car enthusiasm talking to another car enthusiasm. It's like you just spitting back at each other and y'all get it. When you talking sports to somebody and I can say something and you can say something and we get each other, it's just a vibe. So Mo, you got to get on next week. We're going to also check out these picks, go from there. We're going to see if I can cut the lead down in the SWAC with Zoe, or at least expand my lead in the NFL. But yeah, we got some picks going on. This is our 3rd episode, and we're looking for Mo. Mo, you got anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
I'm coming back on to defend my picks next week because they gonna win. It's up.
All right. We got them down. Zoe?
Grambling, hear me out. I love you, but we got to change, baby. We got to change.
Hey, y'all, for real, make a change because y'all remember how this is what led to us losing 1-0 to Jackson State some years ago.
Right. I don't think we want to have no boycott no more.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that boycott. That boycott. That boycott is a whole nother topic for a whole nother podcast.
But
that is a 30 for 30, and we don't even know it yet.
There will be some notices. Come see me in my office.
Yeah.
And my last closing words is I would never pick the Saints. I would never pick the Saints. With that being said, this is HS Sports, and we're going to wrap this thing up. Boom.
Headline, Starlight.
DJ
Star.
For real. I did it for real. Yeah, I seen